Would you class yourself as a farmer?
No, I'm not a farmer.
No?
I mean, I admire farmers. You know.
Okay.
I'm
If
a
it
bit of a
wasn't on
wannabe,
camera.
but we don't have. Yeah, big farmer, me, bro. Big farmer. No, I've got all the kit. I just don't have any animals or grow any crops.
Right, welcome to Hardline, and today we've got a guest who we've wanted to have on for the longest time.
Yeah,
right?
another bucket list.
Big time.
Bucket
Sorry
list
about
guest.
that, boys. I've been a bit. I've been slack, I know, but here we are.
It's hard. We found a time. We've squeezed it in between runs. Josh Bryceland, thanks for joining us.
I think that's a great lift-off point in a way. Like you said, I've been. What have you been doing? What does Josh Bryceland do these days, man?
Loads.
What is life?
Loads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know where to start. I wear a lot of different hats. Like I don't even know where to start. My weeks always look completely different depending on what time of year it is and what's going on. But
Okay.
But last week was amazing because Brooke came to
Yeah.
stay, so I've been a mountain biker. So that's been a really fun week.
Yeah.
The week prior to that, I was a race organizer, so I've been doing the race stuff. And then we've been doing some bits at home. It just, week to week, it fluctuates so much,
Really?
depending on what's happening.
Would you class
But
yourself as a farmer?
No, I'm not a farmer.
No?
I mean, I admire farmers. You know.
Okay.
I'm
If
a
it
bit of a
wasn't on
wannabe,
camera.
but we don't have. Yeah, big farmer, me, bro. Big farmer. No, I've got all the kit. I just don't have any animals or grow any crops. All the gear, no idea.
That's the dream, though. Surely.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
even better because we're not tied to anywhere. That's what
True.
someone. We would love to have animals. Me and my wife would absolutely love animals. But someone said to me, as soon as you get animals, prison without walls.
Yeah.
So.
Then trips
So,
like
you know,
this
we're
and
like
that.
biding our time because we're still fortunate enough to travel and come and do this sort of thing from time to time. So I'm like, right. Until I'm like, really, I don't know, past it. Until I'm really past it. We're not quite there yet. Then we'll get animals.
Mate, I love seeing you here because you've got all manner of different approaches to Red Bull Hardline. Like, you can see how people are nervous. You can see why it's one of the biggest races of the year. And then you seem to take a much nicer approach. It seems like more pleasant for you. You're chilling. You're down here. You've got the family here. You head up the hill. You're chilling, aren't you? You've got the whole course. You make it look so easy that it doesn't look hard. It looks like medium line.
That's very complimentary,
That's very nice.
Ollie.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that.
That was my next question, actually. Does it not?
No way. It's gnarly. It's so gnarly. You can really feel like the gravity of the event, like it's a big thing, and just turning up and, like the vibe's contagious, isn't it? Like everyone's feeling the same thing, and that kind of increases that energy.
Yeah, definitely. It's
So like
turbo,
you're all
isn't it?
walking, you're all walking it together, and it's like, what I think to sum it up is like you stand on the lip of the road gap, say, on your feet, travelling at 0 mile an hour, and you look down there, you wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
You're not going to make that or survive in any way if you just try and jump it. So like walking, it's minging, and that's the first thing you do. You get here and you walk it, and everything looks like, yeah. And then you get on your bike and start riding it, and it all starts to make sense because you're coming in flat out. But then that's the next thing. You're like, cool, now get my head round going 30 mile an hour off that thing I was scared to stand on the end of. And it's just that whole, it's just crazy. It really is crazy.
Dude. Yeah.
But back to your question, that's just how I operate. Like, if I get serious, I find it really difficult. So like my light-hearted approach is just like me trying to nurse my way through it a little bit. You know what I mean? If I get all intense, it'll only go badly, I feel.
Interesting.
Do you think you got intense before when you raced before?
I tried not to.
Did you?
Honestly.
Always, yeah. You've always known.
I always tried not to for that very reason, because I got just in my red zone.
Yeah.
That was the first thing my sports psychologist taught me. Rob Copeland, who I owe so much to, was like, your blue zones when you're yawning and you're like, your red zones when you're a bit too fired up. And I'd like, if I was too intense, I'd just be red zone crash straight away.
Yeah.
So it was like, keep it fun, stay in that green zone.
What are your tips to keeping it fun? Like, how do you not tip into red zone? Do you ever feel yourself go there and you like pull it back? Be like, whoa.
Well, yeah, I had a few moments yesterday, just like riding with Brooke behind me and just being fired up and just having a really good time, you know, just like then just pushing it that little bit harder, and then the track's like, respect me. So you're like, okay, I'll just back off a little bit. Yeah, back in that safe place.
Yeah.
The thing for me, like, admiring these riders who can come and race this track. You know, I can come and ride it, and that's a big thing in itself. But turning it on and racing down it just makes the margin for error decreases. Things, you know, and they're just dialed at it. They make it look, like I was saying, like Sebastian almost looks less controlled, slower. He starts going fast, and it all just makes sense.
Right.
These guys are just like thoroughbred racers. I ain't lined up since Tasmania for a race, you know, months ago. So I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll just keep it chill. You know what I mean?
I am interrupting this episode to let you know we're about to drop into a paid ad from our brand new sponsor, BetterHelp. Now, I'm pretty sure that the majority of people watching and listening to this podcast today can relate, right? Going out for a bike ride is one of the best things you can do for your mental health. It certainly helps me and has done for many, 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 many moons. But you know, sometimes a bike ride with your mates, a few beers down the pub, a long walk, sometimes it's just not enough. And I'm sure you can also relate that wherever you look, there's some guru telling you what to do for your mental health. Cold plunge, sauna, meditation, long walks, isolation, float tank, reading philosophy, enemas, fasting. It really is endless. And let's be honest, sometimes life feels like you're climbing up a hill and you just need some help to see the trail ahead, okay? BetterHelp, with a big H-E-L-P, is the world's largest online therapy platform. They've helped over 5 million people globally, and there are over 5,000 therapists in the UK alone. You can get matched with someone right away with expertise for you, and then you can switch therapists if you're just not feeling the vibe or it's just not quite right, okay? It's all online too, and I know one thing that did put me off going to therapy was the fact I had to call, book an appointment. You're kind of worried what that phone call's gonna go like. You don't want to say too much, you don't want to, you know, start crying. But yeah, basically it's all online. So whether that's before work, after a ride, wherever, you can make therapy finally work for you, okay? As the world's largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp, B-E-T-T-E-R-H-E-L-P, can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise, all right? Talk it out. It's amazing. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp. That's B-E-T-T-E-R-H-E-L-P. What is it, Ollie? It's not here. BetterHelp.com/ride companion. Okay, BetterHelp.com/ride companion. 10% off your first month. And honestly, folks, I couldn't be more stoked to be partnered with BetterHelp, not just for the podcast, but for what it could potentially do for you. All right, check it out. Talk it out. Cheers, BetterHelp. Right, off to the trail ahead. It's up there.
So you really pick some races, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Taz was what? No, Taz wasn't the first one back, was it? After your hiatus from racing.
No, this was in 23.
Yeah. 23.
When Sylvester was 6 weeks old, I think.
No way.
And we were just like, I'd ridden literally not even. I just like strapped the triple clamps to the trail bike and was like, oh yeah, we'll come and have a go.
What made you want to have a go then?
I was going to say,
yeah.
Why that one?
Honestly, mostly him. Just being like, right, you know, if there's some legs left in my career, let's get myself out there. And I don't do things by half. And obviously the path to World Cups these days is way more complicated and different.
Yeah.
And Warner being a boyo, putting me in this race amongst all these other people, I'm like, if he's if the invite's there, you'd be stupid not to take it, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
So, fortunately, it got cancelled because I was nowhere near prepared mentally, physically, or
Did you get runs in then on that year?
I did,
Before
yeah.
the race?
We did actually ride everything, yeah.
Right.
But we were still getting like 2 hours sleep a night or whatever. He really didn't settle at first, and it was just a crazy transitional period, becoming a father and all that caper. So that was just like mad. And then last year was way better prepared, and actually really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed being here, really enjoyed racing. Just like my result maybe to the onlookers didn't see much. I was like 14th or 13th or something, but I was absolutely buzzing with it, and it just all fell into place and felt like natural and easy. So I was like, it's like Tasmania, let's flipping have a go at that. And have cameras flatten everything out. It looked pretty chill. But getting there and being on the other side of the world, being away from my family and all that, I was like, oh my god,
feel like the old days
what
a bit.
am I doing here? It felt well out of my depth. Whereas this has got like a home race. This is more of a home race than Fort William ever was. It's like the dirt we ride the most. Like we just, if I'm riding downhill, I'm in Wales and it's just this ground. So it's like feels quite familiar.
It seems wild. Hardline like was one of the last races you did, right?
It was. But pretty much.
Yeah. Why was that? Were you just running out of steam at that point and Hardline?
I just needed to mix it up. I didn't know what I wanted or needed, and that I definitely had come to a crossroads where, something needed to happen, and I didn't know what. Unfortunately, I stayed on the bike, and Alan took me on the EWS team, and we did all that sort of thing, and just whilst I figured out, life totally started the next chapter, and my goodness, it has been a completely different chapter, especially after COVID and moving off the boat into the house, buying the land, doing all the farming. It's been a wild journey, but still, I don't know, this race is just so unique. I think like where else are all the top boys riding together like this? There's just so much camaraderie and just a really nice energy. Red Bull put on an amazing gig. Everyone's fed, watered, everything you need, whatever you need. It's just mint. Yeah. And the best bit, I think, as a rider, is how few riders are on track. It's just not getting hammered. There's one riding line, and it's ridden
what we
hard and
fast.
Well. That one line after that rock drop thing.
Mate,
It's crazy,
and
isn't
you've got people patching stuff up all the time, which is kind of rad, isn't it?
It's the dream, isn't it? It's like a graded track.
Literally. Yeah. It's phenomenal.
There you go. So that's why you came back to Red Bull Hardline. It makes a bit more sense.
There's a logic. There's a logic.
Yeah. Interestingly, right, when I said earlier it looks like you're chilling, I've seen you win World Cups and it looks like you're chilling as well. It's just the way you ride. I think
that goes against me a little bit sometimes, because people are like, why don't you just try and you get a good result? And like, I am. Okay. I'm really trying. Believe me.
I'm not chilling.
I'm just a sloth. Not Ratboy, I'm sloth boy. yeah, pretty much.
You're obviously as well like not shy of the big jumps and all that sort of stuff. Is there other events that have been on your radar?
Well, when I stopped doing the World Cup, doing like done a few fest series, Royal Hills, and we did do Loose Fest one year, and that's just like that feeling's pretty incomparable.
Okay. Hey, how do you prep for any of these? I always think this because like you watch everyone ride through a course like this, and you watch you ride a fest series. Well, you haven't got jump. I know where you live. You haven't got jumps like that. There.
No, nothing like that.
How do you prep for it? Like,
just go and do a few massive pencils and then sort of slowly relax into it. Yeah, pretty much.
Deep end, yeah.
Yeah.
Just straight in.
Yeah.
I guess part of having it as a career is you're good at the deep end instantly. It's sort of what you've been doing since you've been quite literally 13.
Yeah.
In it, really.
Yeah, and I feel like
hard for me to comprehend, but obviously for you, you've kind of been in that world.
No.
I guess quite
got a lot of like
comfortable with getting to the top of a course and be like, all right, okay.
Experience.
Yeah,
you know, you sort of it gets you so far, doesn't it? And to actually say that makes me feel old. But you watch Petey and it, the experience. Dougie Lampkin last night on the trials bike, like his experience, he hadn't, he barely practiced, he's just ripping around. It's like, whoa, that's so good. Just get on, you got an idea of what the bike's going to do, haven't you?
Just know how to operate it. It's just machinery. It's just farm machinery.
Exactly. You get on the
joysticks.
You're just on the joysticks, dude. On the slot sticks. You're just...
Yeah. I feel like, especially looking back on your career, like the Santa Cruz Syndicate days, this is Petey, that was for me kind of golden era. Like, obviously I was close to Joe at the time, but all of that, the hype, the vibes about it, it was exciting. If you look at it now, what do you see it downhill as? Has it changed, would you say?
Yeah,
seems
massively,
to have, right?
Massively.
Yeah.
I think, totally. It's funny then because we'd relate what we were going through at that time as being like serious.
Yeah.
When Petey'd be like, yeah, we were on it all week, you know? 9 pints on the Saturday night, 1 on the Sunday, whatever, that's what he was coming from. So it felt like we were serious then, and Greg, brought that element to the team as much as he brought the other element of just like
also
the other side of things.
Yeah.
But it's just progressed, hasn't it? And it's amazing to see. I admire it. I really, really admire it. Like I said, I think I also knew that in myself, like it wasn't sustainable for me to continue that trajectory because I was sort of maxed out. I was like, I'm having fun and managing to maintain this, but I don't think I'll be able to keep doing that because I could feel where it was going and see these guys coming through. And now look at him, Bruni's still doing it, and he's just like this clinical. It's just insane, isn't it? And the stature of, it's been really interesting hanging out with Brooke. Brooke's still trained. You can't tire the man out. He's like, gym, e-bikes, mini bikes, all in a day. Wakes up, I'm just going to nip to the gym, right? I'm like, see you in a bit. It's like,
still on it. It's
crazy.
It's interesting, like you say. I think if I think about it as well, it's like I still respect it. Obviously, I love watching it, but something has just changed, and I don't know if I quite like that aspect of it. That it's become so serious, so clinical. I don't know. Are
you referring to tracks? What do you see when you're looking from a perspective of someone who doesn't race World Cups?
I get why they're doing it. I think it's not, the tracks aren't for the riders. The tracks are for the audience, and it is so fast and high consequence, and that translates to more people. Where it's like this, Schladming back in my day, I remember the first year there was like the nadgeriest off-camber rooty. You're almost hopping through things, and like someone who didn't ride bikes, what are them lads doing? That doesn't look fun. You know what I mean? But that was so good as a rider, but.
Death Grip made it look quite fun, wasn't it? Was that?
Yeah. I remember one year there, though. I think it was 2007, and it was crazy. It was crazy. So deep ruts, like sharp, like a rut track you'd made. With 300 riders hammering it on downhill bikes. It just was insane. But it's changed drastically, hasn't it? Yeah. And I love to see it. I'm a big fan of the sport, and I love to be an outsider looking in, and like, it's interesting because I caught up with the boys here and there, and they're just like, they're a bit like, not got the best feedback on how it's being done or whatever, but you don't pick that up from the outside, I think.
There's
do you know what I mean?
Negative. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But like, no, I do know what you mean, because the racing's racing, and ultimately racing is always exciting, isn't it? It's always going to be. I don't know. You've got Bruni and Jackson knocking each other off a hot seat. It's insane.
It is insane.
You don't know what it's like, internally and
and
where it's headed. I guess that's the bit that seems a bit strange. To me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watch it and I think it's insane.
Yeah, we try to only do positive
Guys,
5 years as well. So, you're an event organizer as well, dude, which I find really interesting. So, what made you want to start Bolly Skyline? And you must be extremely stoked with the response because it sells out in 30 seconds or something.
We haven't actually sold out this year because we've not really got a cap.
Okay.
We're so experimental. We're almost like, let's just
So
see
this will be
what
year
it
2?
looks like. This is year 2.
Year 2.
We had 625 riders sign on in year 1.
Wow.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Then,
That's
yeah.
so many.
I mean, I don't know what we're up to this year. And I'm claiming event organiser. There's a fantastic team behind it. And my sister.
Right.
And so Richard, a friend of mine, invited me to the pub. He's the chair of the local festival, which runs every 4 years. And they were fundraising and wanted to add a mountain bike event to their festival.
Right.
As it gained momentum, the festival board were like, ooh, this is a liability nightmare, no thank you. And we were like, well, we're this far, let's just carry on our own.
Yeah.
He's obviously still part of it, Richard, and Adam as well, another local lad. And it's been one of the most, I don't know how, like, grounding and lovely things I've ever been part of.
Really?
Like, where we live, we're in the sticks a little bit, but the town's a couple of miles away, and it's got a lovely, small town feel. There's butchers, bakers,
Candlestick makers.
I don't think we've actually got any candlestick makers. I like that. And yeah, I just started by I know a few of the local farmers, and they'd point me in a direction. I'd see a hill and be like, that'd make knock on a door. First guy I went to was like, I've been trying to keep bikes off here my whole life.
Really?
Oh, no.
There is no way I'm letting you ride down there. I was like, that's probably going to be how it goes the whole way. And then slowly got a bit of a momentum going, and a few people, yeah. One thing led to the next. It took us we were on the 4th or 5th route before we actually locked it in. We'd get so close, and then one person would be like, no.
Just
So
one
then that
field.
whole, yeah, literally. And then we'd have to just completely change it.
Oh.
And I love that challenge, and I love meeting people and just being part of a community like I've never had before, because I've always been on the road.
Yeah.
And, my community's been my friends and my family.
Yeah.
But actually the local, I've
rad.
absolutely loved it. It's been crazy. So that's been like a huge part of the last 3 years. Last year was mental because we'd never done it before, and we had 600 people coming, and we were like, what does that even look like? We don't know.
Yeah, where do you put them?
I hear you.
Yeah, are they going to fit? How do we measure if they're going to fit? How big's a person? How
big's a transit?
Yeah, it was mad. So we just kind of went for it, and we had a really good response. And I think even if we made some mistakes, people could tell we just love it, and we're really passionate about it. And majority of them coming back and some more. So buzzing
Rad.
for it. Yeah.
It's sick, dude. It's sick to see. Love to see it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's So when is the event?
2 weeks time.
Oh, okay. So this will probably be
so
out after,
super fun
unfortunately.
for me. Yeah.
Try and get it out before.
Yeah, we could try and get out before. Try and
and
sell
get
some tickets.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it being really out of control big. just to watch you react.
I know, that's what we were terrified of at first. It's going to be like that Facebook party, everyone come and trash the house.
Corey, do you remember Corey? That guy, Australian kid, and he sat
Is
there.
that who it was?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
who it was?
Yeah, and then they're like, have you got any advice for anyone else? And he was like, yeah, ask me to organise the party for him. It's massive. Bike Park Wales had the same experience, do you remember? Opening day one, it was like 1,500 people turned up, and they were like...
Honestly.
600 is big enough,
600
isn't
is
it?
huge,
yeah.
Yeah, no, we were blown away by that.
That's
blown
rad,
away
dude.
by that,
Love to see it.
That's 600 people riding down the hill, not like watching. They're there to buy.
Well, my friend told me a story. He was at the start of stage one, and it was quite like it's a sensitive area, and the land changed hands just a couple of months before the race, and the new owners had bought it to conserve it, and it's like a ancient woodland, bluebells and so much lovely stuff in there. So I've been barely dug a track in.
Right.
And then it absolutely hammered it down the night before. So I was like, ooh, let's see how this goes. And then, anyway, this bloke was at the top like, oh, what have I signed up for here? And then my mate follows him down, gets to the bottom, he was like, I'm going home, I'm not this in for me, and he rode back to his van.
Really?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I remember it was some lovely, I was that's the hardest thing. Is like what I think is just like super chill to ride. It's like stepping back and being like, oh,
for the everyday punter.
Totally.
Maybe one of the wildest examples of that, I would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it probably made me question it a little bit. Like, that's doing an event.
We sent my dad down. Now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's been doing a bit of course testing. Yeah.
Wrecking. Nice.
Amazing. Well, it's been lovely to catch up with you, man. Genuinely really nice to see you here, and it's very wholesome to see you with your family, and it's like...
Yeah, it's wicked.
It's just really nice.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Really never stop racing, dog. The best. Love it. We need Rat at the races for sure. Sloth boy.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, dog.
Nice, thank you. Appreciate you. Mate, what an episode.
Brilliant. I thought you were really great, Davey.
Mate, and I thought you were even better.
Thanks, dude.
Better than normal.
Oh, cheers.
Hey, how about we tell our lovely podcast community to hit subscribe here.
Yeah.
Click on the video on Ollie's face.
That's right.
Click on the video on my face.
Yeah.
And follow us at The Ride Companion on Instagram.
They can like and comment as well.
Please do.
I'm going to try and get this energy and I'm going to bring it into next week.
Let's fast forward to next week's episode.
Done.